My family now has enough food. This is so different from before because everyone is now healthy.
I was able to start a grocery store using the money I made from the dimbas. I bought items little by little.
In these last few years, I've been able to buy so many things that benefit my home. One of these is livestock. I own goats and chickens.
Our children are doing so much better in school. My son has just written exams and is waiting to go to Form 1.
The village of Mwandama in the south of Malawi was one of the worst affected by the drought in 2005. Mwandama and surrounding communities, with a population of more than 35,000, became the country's first Millennium villages. The objective of the Millennium Villages project is to support rural households escape the poverty trap. Like in the national program, farmers were given the means to produce more food. All of Mwandama's farmers received enough fertilizer and improved maize seeds to plant half a hectare, the average farm size in the area. And for 3 seasons, they achieved double the national average yield. In return for these inputs, farmers contributed maize to a school meal program.
Here at school, the children have porridge. This helps with their concentration because they're not constantly hungry. Absenteeism has also decreased.
This season, the hard-working farmers of Mwandama have again seen their fields turn green. The results have astounded and inspired a community whose previous goal was simply to survive. And with the attainment of food security, farmers have begun to reap the benefits of surplus production.
There's been so much change. There was never money here before during the times that we were struggling. But now, because we have enough food, money is available. As a result, we are building houses and making so many other plans for the future.
At Mwandama, we have a grain bank, and we have in store at the moment 12,000 bags of maize, which has been contributed by the farmers, and the total value of that is about 50 million Malawi kwacha.
By producing more than enough food for their household needs, the people of Mwandama have extra cash to improve their quality of life and to invest in new enterprises.
Most of Mwandama households have achieved the food security. That's why we've seen them selling the surplus at the local markets. And this has enabled them to buy the assets they were in need of.
Nditamba kugulisa, ndinagula phone
From the sales of my produce, I bought livestock, a phone, and items for the grocery store.
I've been able to buy clothes, bicycles, even a cell phone and a TV. All this in the last 2 years.
Low-lying fields called dimbas were often left idle during the cooler, drier months. But this land has moisture when the rest of the landscape is parched and dry. With income from the maize harvests, Mwandama farmers have the resources to make these dimbas more productive.
The people have invested part of their extra income in the dimbas by buying the inputs which they require in the dimbas. The dimbas are simply wetlands. The farmers here use these dimbas to grow some high-value crops. These are mainly vegetables. Like leafy vegetables, we are talking of cabbages, rape, mustard, and there are some high-value crops like tomatoes, onions, and maize, which is sold as green in the dry season.
In the beginning, we'd harvest the tomatoes green, wait for them to ripen, and then take them to sell to the market. But nowadays, because of the high demand, we don't even have to go to the market anymore. Customers are now coming to us. They buy them green and sell them later when they ripen.
The goal of the Millennium Villages project is to help small-scale farmers move beyond year-to-year survival. After 3 or 4 years free of hunger, farmers begin to see farming as a business, and credit through banks and microfinance institutions becomes a new vehicle for expanding investment and achieving sustainability beyond the life of the project. In 2008, a mobile bank started operating in Mwandama. The bank now has over 1,000 clients who have savings accounts. Already, 300 people in the community have obtained loans, and so far, there has not been a single default.
Today, as you can see, it's a busy day. It's every Thursday is a busy day in Mwandama. The farmers come to open in new accounts to deposit their monies which they have made from sales of different products. And also some of them, they come to inquire for loans, or they are getting or receiving their loans.
Keeping money in the house means you end up misusing it just because it is there. But putting it in the bank means you plan. You go and get money based on what you need. The rest you leave to collect interest. You can also access loans based on how well you manage your money.
Three years ago, the farmers were just here in Mwandama to get free farm inputs. But now, the same farmers are queuing to open accounts, deposit money from the sales of their farm produce. And then we are seeing an economic transformation in the background. So we can see now money, cash, actual cash flowing in the village. There's a lot of money flowing in the village, and that is a very good sign because it's now leading to sustainability of the project. Because this bank will stay beyond the life of the project.
In just 3 seasons, the Mwandama community has witnessed remarkable changes. Hunger is a thing of the past. Farmers are exploring new ways to diversify and increase incomes. Small-scale business is growing fast with increased access to credit. The project has also made important progress in improving the health of Mwandama's residents. The distribution of long-lasting insecticide-treated bed nets, coupled with better diagnosis and treatment, has sharply reduced the incidence of malaria. Children have received essential vaccinations and deworming medicine, and a mobile clinic is operating throughout the community while new clinics are being constructed. As the project enters its 4th year, important challenges remain. One of these is how to properly store the surplus maize. Farmers have little experience in keeping grain safe from insect pests that can cause losses of 40% or more. The project is demonstrating new methods of storing maize. Malnutrition remains a problem in many households. Even with bumper maize harvests, there is a need to achieve a healthy, balanced diet. Vitamin A deficiency remains widespread throughout Malawi, and this led the project to introduce a new orange-fleshed sweet potato, a food rich in this essential nutrient. The women of Mwandama have learned to prepare a range of new meals using this new crop, which thrives in the village. As the people of Mwandama witness progress of what looks like a 4th successive bumper harvest, the project has begun a major effort to raise awareness and to bring Mwandama's experience to the attention of national policymakers and the international community.
Mwandama Cooperative and Marketing Society Limited.
By drawing on their core resources, their land and their labor, and with a determination to be self-reliant and free of food aid, the people of Mwandama have demonstrated to themselves, to their fellow Malawians, and to the world the ability of small-scale farming communities to respond to practical material support and incentives.
We have 2 projects we would like to venture into. One is to be able to have a maize mill to process our own maize. The other is to have a juice factory right here.
I'm so confident right now because I have left an inheritance for my children. If I die, my children will still have a better future.
I can see when I go about my village that the lives of people have really changed. I often wonder to myself, are these really the same people?
Pena.